how's it going? Caitlin here, and welcome to my kitchen for another week of meal prep. I hope you guys are excited. This is a love yourself later activity. You put in the work now so you don't have to put in the effort later on this weekend. It's going to save you so much time, so much stress. So what is on the meal plan this week? Oh, if you don't have your prep list, I want you to check the description of the video. You'll find a link that's going to take you right there where you can download your prep list, nice and easy. So grab that, come right back here when you're ready. If you have it, let's get ready. We're going to have ginger beef stir fry, Emmett's chicken, bacon, and apple wrap, and tahini chicken toss this week. So if that sounds good to you, sounds good to me, let's go. Let's get it done, shall we? I have 3 varying levels of prep depending on your level of motivation. So if you don't have much gas in the tank and you just want to prep a little bit, you can stop at level 1. There's also level 2 and level 3. However, if you are planning on getting the time to table results that you see in the meal plan, you're going to want to go all the way with me to level 3. Okay? So if you're ready, let's go. I am going to start with something in level 3, okay? I'm actually going to start with lots of things in level 3 because level 3 is things that are going to do itself while we are doing other things, and that is just getting free time back, my friends. So I'm going to cook some bacon and cook some chicken, which I am going to do both of these on this here stone bar pan. So I butterflied my chicken so that it is going to just cook a little faster. We only need 4 slices of bacon this week. So if you want to do ready-made chicken and ready-cooked bacon, you can certainly do that. If that is in your wheelhouse, you go right ahead. I am doing pork belly. I have sliced pork belly that I am using in place of bacon, and I'm just going to season that with some salt and pepper. Instead, for me, it's an allergy thing. It's my body prefers it, so even I can get away with a little bacon here and there, but just because I can doesn't mean I want to all the time. My body doesn't really like smoked stuff. It's kind of funny with smoked things and nitrates and preservatives and all the rest of it. So I find for me, just some pork belly a lot of the time will do the trick. It's kind of like non-smoked bacon. And if you want to, you can add your own seasonings to it. Just even if you have a decent like seasoning salt that you want to add to it, you could do that. You could add on a little bit of maple syrup at the last few minutes of cooking if you want to give it some maple. You really can just play with it, and I'm probably biased, but I find it just as satisfying. I really do. So. But so many of those things, it's when your body doesn't handle these things that well anyway, it's like you get used to a certain thing and you're like, oh, that pork belly stuff's pretty good. Some places will call it fresh bacon as well. And one thing that can help is if you go to the butcher, you can request for them to thin slice it for you. So I'm just setting a timer on that. So I set a timer for 20 minutes. I am going to get another thing done for my level 3 as well. And this one is optional because maybe you prefer your rice to be made fresh that day. I really don't mind if rice is cooked in advance, and it's also going to save me a little time. So I'm just going to cook up some rice as well. Enough to last me for the meals. There we go, nice and easy. Now I did my best not to touch any of the chicken or the pork belly, but I'm just gonna give my hands a quick wash here just in case. Let's get going, shall we? So I am going I'm going to just peel and chop a bit of ginger root here for our stir fry. My favorite thing to peel ginger root with is honestly a really nice paring knife. You could use a regular peeler if you would like to. And there's nothing like the smell of fresh ginger, eh? That is just one of those awesome, awesome, awesome scents. It's good for the soul somehow, I don't know. All right, so I got my ginger root. And ginger, just the way it's described for cutting, 2 inches, but measure it with your heart. It's like garlic. You just measure that stuff with your heart. Making messes already. Off to a good start. Pretty good. So, to store my ginger root, I want to make sure it doesn't get dried out and gnarly. Because you have this beautiful, delightful, fresh ginger. The last thing you want is for it to go bad. I'm just going to put a little oil in here, just enough to cover it up. There's going to be oil going on my stir fry anyway, so it's really not going to harm anything at all. That's just going to keep it from oxidizing. Like, oxygen is kind of the enemy for a lot of these things for going bad, so just going to cover it in a little oil, and then it's going to keep it a little better. That's why if you buy ginger that's already minced, you'll find it usually in oil. But it's good to know you can do the exact same thing at home, right? So I am going to chop up half a red onion. Here we go. Half a red onion, all chopped up. And then I'm going to put a divider in this. container because I got some other red onion going on, and I'm just going to do it all at the same time. I'm going to slice up the other half of this red onion. Yeah, I'm going to slice up this half for the wraps. Another option for the wraps would be to use shallot. They tend to have a pretty mild, I find they have a mild flavor even if they're not cooked. So only cut down as much as it is worth it to you. Whew. My goodness. Because the last thing you want is to take a nick out of your fingers. Before I close up this container, I'm also going to take a couple cloves of garlic and just put it in with the sorry, I can't see anything. If your onion attacked you like mine did, you probably can't see me now anyway, so we're just like blindly following along this together. So if we're both blind, in with the chopped onion, I'm going to throw 2 cloves of pressed garlic as well. One container, done. But we're not done with the red onion yet. This one's gonna be easy, we're just gonna chunk it up. Chunked. And I'm going to put another couple of cloves of garlic in with this as well. Ooh, that's a big one. And that's a little one. We'll call that balance. clove that was supposed to be two, but then it still just became one. It was like a conjoined twins garlic. Guys, you just witnessed me doing surgery on conjoined twins garlic. Now, I don't know if you're as impressed as I am, but I feel like I've done my impressive feat for the day. Feeling pretty good about it. Think I did well. I don't think I have to do anything else that's outstanding for the rest of the day after performing surgery. Finally, I know how doctors feel. Alright, there's one red onion chunked, good to go. Now I'm just going to chop up and slice a couple bell peppers here. So when I'm chopping up a bell pepper, I turn it kind of on its head and I slice down the lines. Then these just kind of peel right off and it takes out most of the guts. And then you're just kind of left with this gut pillar, which you can just throw out. There we go. I brought over another toy to use because I'm going to chop up some mushrooms, and this is my favorite thing to chop mushrooms with. It's called a cup slicer. So I need to have a cup of mushrooms. Use this as, you know, it's an ish, right? Like, now this, it has serrated blades at the bottom of the cup slicer, and you just go along like this and just press right down on it, and it collects them all up into this cup right there. So then I know I have a cup. Then I just put the bottom onto it to finish pushing it up the rest of the way through. And bam, there's my mushrooms. Nice and easy, eh? And this just goes in the dishwasher, so no skin off my back, very easy cleaning. Let's see. I'm gonna put a divider in here too. Because I'm gonna shred up some carrot, and I think that that's gonna be fine in there too. I think shredded carrot, it does not bother me to be in there with mushrooms. I think that'll be all right. So I want to shred one carrot and I want to slice 2 carrots. So I'm just going to get all those peeled now. Yeah, I'm just going to put a timer here for my rice. Because it just needs 10 minutes to sit there before I fluff it. And then I'm gonna put it in the fridge in the exact same container that I cooked it in. Because I like simple. So I am going to use for both the shredding and the slicing, I'm going to use my mandolin. I just turned the dial to julienne, is what I turned it to, and I just turned it to 1 because I want it to be nice and thin. Lift my blade up. So with a small julienne, it's just going to give me little tiny matchsticks. Once it gets in past the handguard, I am the person that needs the handguard. So I'm just going to pour this all in here. And then I have sliced carrots or shredded carrots ready to go for my wrap. And I'm just going to slice the ends of these. I'm going to switch this from a shredding to a slicing. Here we go. Once again, I'm still going to keep it on thin because I'm going to want to cook this in a sheet pan, so I want it all to cook up. So I got all my carrots nice and sliced. Now, up to you, but I'm going to put a little bit of water on mine just to keep them fresh. Now, if I decide I'm not going to use these for a couple of days, because you really can make these meals in any order you want to, I know that they're going to be nice and fresh for me. So last veggie, I'm going to slice up lots of veggies this week, eh? Love that. I'm just going to slice up this zucchini. And I'm excited for this tahini toss. So there's going to be so many veggies in it, and you can either put it on rice or you can put it on greens if you prefer. It's adaptable. It can go whichever way you want to. There we go. There's our zucchini all done. Those are our veggies all cut up and done. I'm going to check on our meats here. I'm going to keep those going for a little bit. Okay, next, Shall we keep going? If that's all you have in you and you've just completed level 1, you did awesome, you did amazing. And if you still got gas in the tank, let's go ahead and get some of the rest of this ready, shall we? So, gonna get the sauce ready for our ginger beef stir fry. So we're gonna put in I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of either a gluten-free soy sauce or coconut aminos. Quarter cup of water. Gonna use some oyster sauce. Make sure your oyster sauce is gluten-free. This one is made by Naked and Saucy. Naked and Saucy. Yeah, it sure is. And it's soy-free, MSG-free, it's paleo, it's all of the things for an oyster sauce. And it's also vegan. I know. It's like some mushrooms and stuff to get some umami stuff going, but put in some sugar. I have maple sugar that I'm putting in mine. And some pepper. Maple sugar smells amazing. If you have never smelled it, it smells like sugary maple. I know that was helpful, wasn't it? There we go. Ginger beef stir fry sauce, ready to go. I am also going to just do a tiny little thing here. You're just gonna mix my smoked paprika and cumin together. Doesn't seem like much, but instead of having to look through my spices for night of, just being able to grab a little jar and dump it in. These things can make all the difference in the world. The straw that breaks the camel's back is no joke. And if there is a straw that's going to break your back at some point, it's going to be at 5 p.m. on a weekday, or whichever day of the week is the most stressful one for you. So we got our spices mixed together there. Let's see. Also gonna shred up some cheese. Shall we shred up some cheese, guys? Always a good idea. Quarter cup, or measure with your heart. Whichever works for you. I know when we're serving the wraps, I would never be able to convince my boys to eat lettuce quite yet. But we do all the wrap ingredients on the side. They just don't have lettuce. I put a piece on their plate so that they're exposed to it and they go, ew, and then I'm like, well, if you don't want to eat it, take it off your plate. And that's it. That's as far as we go with that. It's just constantly giving it to them and hoping that someday it sticks. But for the meantime, some of the ingredients like chicken and cheese, etc., sometimes I have to do up just a little more of them because they're not having the lettuce to go with it. And that's okay. You know what? They're still doing all right. They're still getting their fruits and veggies and all the rest of it. And I love planning on doing, when I'm planning on doing a salad or a wrap or something like that, I love doing it up and thinking of the components that the kids are having. Be like, okay, well, even if they're not getting the lettuce, are they still getting what they need from this? And in this case, they are. All right. rice is ready. This is all looking good. I'm just going to test my chicken. Chicken is all cooked. That's perfect. Nice and happy with that. So we're going to go on and make some tahini dressing. Should have stirred my tahini before I started the video, maybe. It's like the natural peanut butters and stuff, eh? Oh well, at least it means I got the right stuff. Okay. So, I have this, it's called a measure all cup, and you use it for doing kind of goopy ingredients, for measuring goopy ingredients, anything that you would put into a measuring cup and then scrape out of a measuring cup. Think tahini or peanut butter or honey, something like that. So it, instead of you having to scrape it out of the cup, it scrapes itself out of the cup. And it's just a handy little step to save. Both parts come apart, so it's easy to clean. Because why save yourself effort on one side if it just causes you more effort in cleaning it after? That is just against everything that I hold dear in life. So going to do a couple tablespoons of lemon juice. Normally I like doing fresh lemon, but today that was not on my cards. And we don't need perfection here. We're surviving, me and you. We're surviving together. We're doing this and we're making a thing of it, okay? If I somehow found perfectionists in this video, I'm not sure how you made it here. Or how you've lasted this long, but perfection is definitely not required. Okay, there we go. So some garlic, some oil, you know, all of the things to make up a good flavorful dressing. Salt measured based on your family's level of saltiness. Everybody has a different level. You know yours, or you'll find out eventually. And I put some dill weed in mine. You could try some parsley if you wanted to. Now, day of, I may need to leave this out to thaw for just a little bit. And also, I might want to add some water to it. If you want to add water now, you can. Or if you want to use warm water on the day of, just 1 to 2 tablespoons. Tastes good. Because you want it to get to a consistency where you're good to pour it. You could be tossing it in a little more, and that's fine too. There we go. That looks good to me. And my friends, if that's all you have in the tank, you did amazing. You did wicked. You should feel so super proud of yourself. You completed level 2 and then some probably if you did the other things. If, however, you are looking to finish this off with me, then let's go. Let's see what else we have to go in level 3, shall we? Which is just going to be slicing up some meat. Yay! Not my favorite part, but it's a good way to end things. So I'm going to slice up the beef first. So this is going to be for the ginger beef, obviously. Slice it however you see fit. Whatever kind of, shapes and sizes you're feeling. And you really can use any cut if you want to. If you want to use chicken instead, you can use chicken instead. If you want to use pork, you can use pork. This recipe, you can really use it with any protein that you are feeling. It's pretty flexible, okay? I just like to cut it up fairly thin so that it really incorporates well. Yep, this part's never my favorite part of meal prepping. It's official. I do not like cutting meat. However, I like protein. I like the good things it does for my body. I like the way it makes me feel. And small price to pay. Especially if I'm doing it all at once and I don't have to do it throughout the week. Here we go. Beef is chopped. Gross. It's gonna be so delicious. But today, gross. Okay. Gonna slice up a couple chicken breasts. And then we've got this. It's like home stretch, guys. Home stretch. We're almost there. So you can cut this in strips if you want to. You can cut it in cubes if you want to. Whatever you are feeling. Whatever thickness, shape, and size. Almost there. Oh, guys, this is gonna be so much done. Okay, so right now, while you are in the zone, we're gonna call this the zone, I want you to think of, is there anything in your fridge that you need to use up? If there's something that you need to use up, is there something you can incorporate it into? Maybe you can put it in with the stir fryer and with the wraps. Whatever it is, make a plan for it. If you have something in your fridge that's going to go bad and you don't have a plan for what it can go into, either a side dish or be incorporated in one of the dishes this week, prepare it now. Take it out, clean it, chop it, do what you gotta do with it so to make it usable someday. And then put it in your freezer. Make sure to mark when you put it in and what it is, because you don't want to put it in your freezer to get lost in the abyss. But if you put it in your freezer and use it, you're gonna save yourself money and you're gonna save yourself time and resources in the future. These are all good things. So we definitely wanna do that if we can, okay? Guys, this is all done up. Sweet, we did it. We did it, we survived, and I hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope you have a delicious week, and I hope that the stress that you relieve yourself from around dinner time, I just want that to trickle through the rest of your week and really focus on how good that feels, okay? And I will hopefully see you again next week, and we will prep again. Bye-bye.